Barricades are the welcoming scene outside this Atlanta courthouse, as the local DA continues to present her state election interference case to a grand jury that will vote on whether to proceed to an indictment. With this infamous call from Trump to pressure Georgia's Secretary of State in the aftermath of the 2020 election, indicative of the peril the former president faces.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
And amid heightened rhetoric following 3 indictments in addition to a looming presidential election next year, where Trump remains the outright Republican favorite, the unknowns remain great.
They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. I'll never let that happen. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. And in the end, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just standing in their way, and I will never stop standing in their way. You're going to be protected. I promise you this. If you put me back in the White House, their reign will be over and America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now.
Well, there might be protesters.
But this observer believes law enforcement has been primed following failures related to the attack on Congress in January 2021.
I don't think there are a lot of people who are really interested in doing some serious jail time to engage in these kind of activities. So I don't think the mass protests moving towards violence is very likely going forward. However, I do think as things get more heated and as the rhetoric gets sharper, I think it's very possible that individuals or small groups of individuals are inspired to engage in violence, but I think they'll do so, by going after a much softer target than a courthouse in the middle of Fulton County.
While the Georgia decision is pending, security around the Obama-appointed judge overseeing Trump's federal case to overturn the 2020 election has been tightened after the former president took to social media calling for her recusal and for a venue change for his trial from Washington, D.C., which leans heavily Democratic in elections, over concerns that the jury pool would not be diverse enough for him to get a fair trial. A move that appears unlikely given similar requests from dozens of Trump-supporting January 6 rioters to have their cases moved from D.C., all of which were rejected.
Prosecutors are dedicated to follow the law, and I don't see any evidence that that's not what they're doing here. So would it have been more healthy for the country to just have a straight up election without any of the indictments around? Sure, but it would have been also healthier for the country if the illegal plot to change the election results never occurred either. So that's what's brought us to this point.
If a Georgia indictment materializes as expected, this would be Trump's 4th criminal indictment in as many months. Sherwin Bryceby's SABC News, New York.